So in between cooking the beef, I decided to tackle the rear package tray upholstery piece. All you guys that have GMA bodies, you know this piece. This is what goes on top. This particular piece is something that I purchased a long time ago when I first built the car, and I think it was purchased from one of the reproduction companies. You see where I had the hole here for the subwoofer opening. It wasn't exactly square. What I did there is I filled it in, so when I go to reupholster it, there isn't going to be this indentation into the vinyl. So what I'm going to do here is I went to the fabric store and I got this foam material. They call it utility material. It's like a real thin foam. It's the same stuff that a lot of cars use for the headliner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this part of it with that, and then I'm going to go over the whole thing with some quality vinyl that I have. So I think that'll give it a really nice finished look, and also keep this panel from vibrating with the subwoofer. What I may also do is put another layer of foam underneath, so it's a little thicker, but we'll see how it goes. I'm using some Loctite spray adhesive. This is the professional grade. It's extra sticky, so I really only have one chance to position this this piece. But I'm going to go ahead and work on that, and I'll check in with you in a little bit. So here we have the piece glued on to the top. Looks like there is a little bit of a ring here still. Hopefully when I go over it with the vinyl it won't show up, but looks pretty good. I cut it just a little bigger, so you see the edges there. Those will obviously need to be trimmed. So far so good. I think I'm going to put another layer on the bottom just to keep it from resonating around and fit more firmly onto the rear package tray. So here we have the finished backside. I just added another layer of foam. You can see the little patch panel that I created. You know, none of that is going to be visible. So this piece, I think, is ready to be covered in vinyl. There's the top side. I'm not really happy about this part right here, but hopefully the vinyl will hide all that, but we'll see. This is my first time tackling such a project, so that's a little bit of a learning curve for me. We shall see what happens. Here's the vinyl that I'm using. I don't know if you can see the texture, but it's pretty nice. It's not an exact match to my rear seat. It's a little darker. My rear seat is more of a charcoal color, but this is more black. But it's a very nice soft vinyl with a stretchy backing. This was recommended by Super Dave on LS1 Tech, and so that's a shout out to him. He's building a pretty sweet 65 Impala. So we're going to go over the top of this, and I think it'll look pretty nice. Here's the whole piece. I bought a bunch of this stuff. I don't even know how much I have, 4 or 5 yards, but it should be plenty to do all of this. So I'm still a little concerned. You can see the outline of that circle, but what I may do is not spray any glue on that section, and maybe it'll just float over the top of that. Again, I'm just learning as I go along here, so hopefully it'll work out. So I cut my vinyl to size and I made it a little bigger. This way I can fold the edge over and sort of stretch it along the top. You're looking at the bottom now. You see that it's slightly bigger, that way I can just trim it as I need to. So the idea is that I'm going to spray adhesive on both of these edges here and fold it over on the back side. I'll do that first before I decide whether I'm going to glue the top or not. I may just sort of stretch it and float it over the top, or just very lightly glue it down. I'm not sure yet. Again, I'm just learning as I go, and hopefully this will turn out pretty good and give you some ideas of what's entailed here. I'm really concerned about that circular piece showing up on the top. I'd really rather not have that show up, so I debated. I thought I might put another piece of foam on top, but that's just going to make this thing too thick. So wish me luck. So I got that edge all glued down. As you can see, I just sort of stretched it along the edge, and it looks pretty nice. I got this extra heavy-duty glue, and I just sprayed it on both sides, and then just let it sit for a couple minutes, and then just folded the edge over, and this is the result. So there's a couple of bumps here and there, but I just gently stretched it over the edge. Now keep in mind, the top side is not glued down yet, so let's take a look at that. So that's what we got going on at the top. I'm a little concerned that if I glue this down, that circle is going to show up in the middle. You can sort of see the faint outline. So what I'm tempted to do is just not glue the middle, but stretch that fabric over the top and then just glue it to this other vinyl piece here, like that. What I really should have done is stitched this together initially and then stretched it the other way, and that probably would have been a better deal and more durable, but I think this contact cement will hold this pretty steady. And keep in mind, this edge on the back side is tucked up under some window trim under the rear glass, so that's really not going to be visible. And then this edge is also tucked in. It's tucked by the rear seat rest, so this sort of folds over like this, and then the back seat comes up to here. So you see how that's, if I were to glue that down, that's going to show up. So what I'm going to try to do is just stretch it and bond these two surfaces together, and maybe what I'll do is run a bead of glue on the inside here on this edge to bond that a little tighter, and then I'll stretch the top. So again, just learning along here, and hopefully this will turn out pretty good. So here's that back edge. I just glued just this section of it like this, and that looks pretty good. There's some waves here, but keep in mind I'm gonna stretch that over the top, and all those wrinkles should work themselves out. And this is pretty stretchy vinyl, and I'm just trying to work with it, you know, by not stretching it too much, just get it a little tight. But this edge turned out nice and clean. I'm very happy there, even though that's not going to be visible, but it looks really good. So here's the final product. I got that top all glued down. I decided to glue it all because stretching it just didn't seem like that would be the right thing to do. So as I expected, this little circle here, that's still visible a little bit, but I think once it gets installed and everything is in its place, I don't think it'll be that noticeable. So I'm pretty happy with this. The vinyl feels really nice. It's very soft, it's very leather-like, and you can see here's my seat, so you can see the difference in the texture as well as the color. But again, I wasn't trying to be matchy with this, just trying to make it look a little nicer and a little richer than what was there before. So I think I've accomplished that goal, and we'll get it installed here shortly, and I'll show you that one next time around. Thanks for watching.